Hey guys, it's Denver, and this is What Can You Do With Your Shed? Most of you who have played Stardew Valley for a while already own a shed or two, and you possibly have it filled with kegs, preserve jars, crystallariums, mayonnaise and cheese machines, or whatever else you might think is necessary to make some extra money or to store your items. Today we'll get a bit more creative and find out what else we can do with our shed. Whether you're new to the channel or not, check that you are subscribed, since YouTube likes to unsubscribe some of you, and let me know below if you have any cool ideas for me to try. Although making money in Stardew is important, most of these sheds will be mainly just for fun and can help improve the look of your farm. Let's get started with our first design. The first shed design is the coffee shop. There's nothing like going to a small cafe and relaxing or working while smelling the fresh scent of ground coffee beans. I wanted to use a darker brick wall and dark floors. I couldn't decide between a modern coffee shop or a more homey, calming one. I thought adding some bright colored furniture and paintings would give it the look I was going for. The oil maker looked a lot like an espresso machine, and of course we need coffee beans and coffee. The lighting was hard to figure out, not just in where the shadows were cast, but also that I put 4 different styles of lamps. The rugs too, just sort of started throwing them down if they were similar in color. I wanted to get a bookcase in here somehow, but unfortunately it doesn't rotate and I didn't want to move everything around on the back wall. By the way, I am not a designer, so let me know if you can come up with something that looks a little better. In the end, I think it turned out pretty good. On to the next design. Since I'm a teacher, I figured it would be fitting to turn this shed into a classroom. It's going to be difficult finding items that match things in a classroom, like a smartboard or whiteboard, textbooks, and even backpacks, but we will use what we can to make it seem as natural as possible. The wallpaper wasn't too hard to choose, although I had a ton of options. Trying out the ones I liked, I settled on one that looked most like my own green wall in my real classroom all year. Shout out to my students who might be watching this right now. The floor just needed to be tiles, and the white ones fit best for a newer looking classroom. With all the chair and table choices, I wanted the students to have separate desks, just like my real students. I made sure to pick the most uncomfortable and cheapest looking chairs, just like real life. Next, all I had to do is find objects you might find in a classroom. A teacher's desk, some colorful rugs, bookshelves, a map. I just modeled it after my own classroom, and it was easy from there on. I somehow squeezed 3 groups of desks in and still had room for the puzzle table in the corner. I don't actually have one of these awesome tables in my own room, but it was just too perfect not to put in. The tree stump chair is just a fun chair because every classroom has to have one stupid, random, fun chair. I really wanted to get the couch in there and then wanted to make sure the kids could have their own toys and stuff on their desks. The apple or globe looked perfect on the teacher's desk, but I wanted something a little more realistic. Either way, this turned out great and I had to get to sleep before the day ended. I'm actually sad I'll have to tear this one down. It was also during this time that I figured out I could press the delete button to quickly trash items. Hundreds of hours on this game, and I can only imagine how much time I have wasted clicking and dragging to the trash can. For the next room, I thought we'd explore a slightly darker side, and I started creating a sort of dark king's throne room. This one was hard because, as you know, Stardew Valley is a bright and happy-ish game. Don't tell DF that. And it doesn't usually lend itself to evil or darkness unless maybe you count the wizard. I started by picking the darkest wallpaper and carpets I could find, but most of the options ended up looking like a children's Halloween party. Not what you would call dark, evil, king worthy. Luckily came some items that were actually titled as dark, so I placed some of the dark chairs as thrones, complete with a right hand and left hand evildoer. I put some bones down next to the main throne and tried to work in some dark rugs, dark tables, and even the dark couch, but none of it seemed to fit. Luckily, I remembered iron fencing, and that fit perfectly into the room, giving a sort of trapped-in feel. All that was left was some minor lighting to barely illuminate the room, and some scarier-looking items on the tables. Beware the evil crayfish. I changed a couple things around and decided the torches looked the best, all done, and definitely evil and dark looking. Of course, we can't have a dark evil king without a good king. This is the good king shed filled with gold. I really like how all the colors go together very well, with very few objects feeling out of place or unnatural. Ignore the taco. I was thinking about throwing in a couple more windows between the golden pillars to make it feel bigger and more roomy, but I'll worry about it later. So let's get to the giveaway stuff. My question to you is, what can you come up with for a shed design? Leave your comment down below the coolest shed idea you can think of and you will be entered in the contest. Being subscribed might help too. Wink wink. I will pick one of you guys randomly to be the winner of a $20 Steam gift card just in time for the upcoming Steam sales. So that's it. Leave a comment of your shed idea, subscribe, tell me how handsome and smart I am, and then I'll pick a random winner. This video is credited to the amazingly talented Silver Aim. Hopefully I'm not butchering the name, but Silver Aim has come up with over 100 unique, beautiful, amazing shed design ideas, and I thought I'd try my hand and see how well I could do. If you want to check out some of Silver Aim's designs, click the link down below. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.